Who is the richest nation in Imperator Rome? Is it the all-powerful Rome itself, or maybe the trading empire of Carthage, or perhaps even the vast swathes of Moria? Well, I raise you the small desert tribe of Blemmya, with desert hills laden with more gold than Michael Phelps's bedside table, and more mission tree economic bonuses than a senator's spouse trading the stock market. So in today's video, we're going to find out if it really is the richest nation in the game by building tall before using our newfound wealth to fight a series of bloody wars against the Ptolemaic invaders to our north, where over 1 million men die on all sides. Can we become an empire of gold and bring Hermeticism back to Egypt? Well, stay tuned to find out. And here we are with another A to Z video as Blemmya, guys, a pretty unknown kingdom in history, at least if you're really into ancient history and you're from here. But the Blemmians actually did last for a very long time, from the 7th century BC to somewhere around the 250s, I think. Actually later than that, like the 280s. So, you know, these guys lasted a very long time in history. They do have Blemmyan heritage, which is actually quite good because that export value is going to be worth a lot. They do start off as a federated tribe. They're of course Kemetic religion, and the Blemmyan culture is quite interesting, honestly. I don't think we've played someone in A to Z with camel cavalry as of yet. And honestly, it's an appropriate day to be playing Blemmya because it is scorching in the UK right now, and I know all of you that live in hot countries are laughing at me, but I bet you've got aircon, haven't you? I bet you. Admit it, you've got aircon. There's no aircon in the UK. We just have to sit in it. And of course, we're playing advanced AI. Again, guys, let's go. Ideas-wise, we're going to go for improve opinion because we need that for some of our missions. National slave output as well for the economy and morale of armies. And this might be the first time I've ever imported camels on purpose, guys. We need that camel discipline. Right then, setup done, guys, so let's do the rise of the Red Lands. The Blemmyan tribes, shrouded in myth, mystery and misconception, have only ever been a loosely collected band of raiders. Yet behind each raid was a purpose. Beyond the banks of the Nile, far into the desert hills and cliffs, a rising state of Blemmyan Beher tribes was consolidating under what would become a royal line of great kings who rule over ordinary kings, and under them, tribal chiefs. With their sights set on the island of Philae and the cultural religious centres of Upper Egypt, the Blemmyi will become great challengers to the major powers of the Nile. Well, let's start this mission, and we already get a bonus for starting it. Centralization, civilization change, and found city cost modifier. That's actually fantastic. Let's go. Culture-wise, we are predominantly Blemmyan right now, and that is part of the Axumite culture group, I believe. But as you can see around us, there's not too much Blemmians or Axumites, so we're going to be mainly exploring areas that are not our culture. And religion-wise, of course, we are gloriously Kemetic, which most of this area is, so that's fantastic. But what is the goal for today? Well, of course, it is to finish this glorious mission set, as always. But on top of that, I kind of want to put a Kemetic pharaoh onto the throne of Memphis once again. So I think that's what we're going to be doing, guys. And although, of course, we're not actually Egyptian culture, we are Kemetic, and that's all that matters in my mind right now. That's what I'm trying to tell myself, and that's what the Blemmians are going to tell themselves as well. And this mission tree relies a lot on making friends and improving relations. So at the start, what I'm going to do is improve relations with you, and with you. We're also going to make friends with one of these guys. It might be this guy. And honestly, he looks a bit uninterested in ruling right now, doesn't he? Right then, let's press play, guys, and get into it. And looking at our monthly research, let's go high taxes because we've got no research points anyway. And obviously, the easiest way we can get our opinion up with these boys is to ally them. So that is what I'm going to do. Well, we've made friends with Amnixbl, which allows us to do this one. We get Blemmian negotiations, Diplo rep, control range, and diplomatic range, and an innovation from this as well. And on top of that, we get the adding the Adulians event, which basically allows us to just get all of their land. And I think we'll just use manpower or influence because, yeah, making friends with all these people on the mission tree is going to cost us a lot of money, boys. So let's go for the warriors, and there we go. Instantly a load more land. It's unfortunately the wrong culture, but we should be able to start making them into our culture quite quickly. Well, we'll use that innovation wisely and, of course, put it into military. But yeah, we do need to get logistics logistics division for one of our missions, so yeah, we need to go towards that. I think our next target's actually going to be this governor over this way, because unless you do this early, I think it gets harder and harder, so we're going to do it right at the start. And this is what I mean about making friends, you know, to get the best chance, we've got to spend 50, but I'm trying to do the middle one and hope that they actually will still become our friends. We need to also get protected land rights for Blemmian, so let's get that in there straight away, and then I think we should be good to inspire disloyalty in this guy. Yes, there we go. Let's inspire disloyalty, and then we can do that before the AI removes him as a governor. That's a little tip for you guys. If you're trying to entice governor or do any of these, you know, neighboring governor interactions where you make them disloyal, the AI will pretty much switch them out very quickly. So you want to try and do everything all at once before the AI can react. So let's go Mons Smaragdus over here, giving us 2 free province investments, money, and more importantly, all of this land. Very juicy indeed. Look at that. Look at that. Free land from the Ptolemies. And that's basically just funding us giving this money to our friends right now. And we also need to improve relations with the Ptolemies as well. Although minus 93. Ah, because we took the troglodytes. Oh no, not the cavemen. Never. So maybe I should have done that the other way around. It's going to be a lot harder now to get the Ptolemies happy. Well, Megabaria needs our help, and I think we will help them out, seeing as we're going to get their land. We might as well make sure that they get bigger. Well, in order to do our mission with these boys, we need to be in domineering stance. So let's get across to that. So we can do this mission right now. But honestly, I think we do it once they've conquered this land, unless that's going to make us unhappy with them or something, but I can't see it doing that. Well, there we go. They're finally out of the war, but now we don't have enough influence. Well, we can actually ally the Ptolemies now. Let's do that for now. We need to also ease restrictions on citizenship for Blemmian, and then our bodyguard needs to have a marshal of 8. I think that's something we can do. Well, apparently it's not. Apparently it's not. Hopefully when we integrate these boys, they'll have someone who's got more than 8 marshal. Well, for some reason, the Ptolemies are conspiring against us a little bit right now. That's not nice. Ptolemies, we've just allied you, bro. But finally, we can do ties with the Mega Baroi down here. This should be good. And again, I think we use manpower because we don't have any manpower, so it really doesn't matter. And there we go. Expansion without war, my friends. Who would have knew it was possible? Damn, the Ptolemies just broke their alliance with us. That's not good because... okay, we can get it straight back. Well done, Ptolemies. Thank you. I didn't get a warning about it or anything either, so I'm assuming it's just because they've got claims on us. Yeah, they do. So let's do Recall the Medjay over here. This gives us loads of stuff. Discipline, light infantry, offense, and defense. And basically all the people in these highlighted provinces that are Blemmian will move to our capital. So, yeah, we should get quite a few pops with that. And the thing is, I'd love to declare war on someone, but we got no claims at all. I mean, I can't complain. We've got loads of free land right now, so I think we just need to buckle down, get some political influence, get some money back, and start looking at some of these other missions while we're doing that. Interestingly enough, we can actually declare war on these boys, and Kush will come in on their side, but the Ptolemies will come in on ours. I think we do that, guys. Like, we might as well. At the minute, we're basically just waiting for a load of influence because there's tons of stuff we need to do. Like, we need to change laws. We need to get text. There's so much stuff. Build cities and build stuff in those cities, which we're far off right now. So, yeah, I'm trying to go down this right-hand side if we can. Oh, and we can do the Headless Men. Blemmyan will see a resurgence of myths, rumors, and reports of the Headless Blemmians who could spell fortune or doom for the tribes. So, basically, major barbarian activity in all of these like impassable terrain areas. That's not good. We'll also get -5 Diplo rep and +5 hostile attrition. I mean, I think that's something we want to do after this war. So let's do the war first. Damn, a free breakthrough. Let's go for logistics division. That actually isn't logistics bureau, so I wonder where that tech actually is. Ah, it's here. It's here. So I've basically wasted 2 techs. Great. And it turns out I both look stupid and am stupid. But yeah, I can't remember names of techs in this game, man. Like some of the big ones obviously, like Petition of the Minorities, but, you know, these smaller ones that you just sort of go through to get to other ones, I ain't gonna remember it. There's too much other important stuff in that brain. Like, what would have happened if Seleucus wasn't killed by goddamn Koraunos? Well, guys, you know what? I think we declare this war. We go straight forward. We bring the Ptolemies in. They're at war with Kush, and as usual, they haven't moved any of their troops across there. So they've got a 2k stack here, trying to do all the work. So we should get a good number of these troops. And man, I did not realize we had a level 3 fort there. We'll keep it for this war at least. Well, let's use our stability and influence while we've got it to go coin minting initiative. We definitely need that for a mission, and we need centralization, so it's worth getting that in now. The Ptolemies do have a claim on this region here, but we've taken the province capital, so even if they take that fort, it should flip to us. And another invention, so let's actually go towards Logistics Bureau this time. And you know what? I feel like we could take a lot of land down the Nile here if we really wanted to. Ooh, damn, a Lut has just taken half of Kush. Ooh, well, there we go, boys. Actually, some big expansion quite early on, so yeah, we've got to be slightly careful, but I don't think we're going to fight another war for a while, so we might as well just take this and start making our way through our missions. I mean, let's do the Headless Men anyway. And for some reason, we became a major power with that, man. We got an extra 270 pops, but this is not that much land, bro. The thing is with this mission, it's like, is it worth it? 164 months of -5 Diplo rep. I mean, it's not good. It's not good at all. And it's also 50-50, like, it could be fortune or doom. We're all for a bit of adventure over here, aren't we? So let's press it, boys. Keep eyes on the horizon. Something in the desert hills. The Headless Ones have appeared, guys. The cursed people seem to have once again appeared, thought only to exist within myth and legend of the times of old. And we lose a tribesman, oh dear. And apparently it speaks. The Blemmyan Great Chief's dinner was rudely interrupted by screaming and crashing sounds outside on the streets of the capital. All made sense when a hideous creature, short, stout, stocky, and hobbled, sounds like me, entered the great hall. All eyes darted to its wide feet, its crude spear, but most of all, the horrifically inhuman face it wore on its chest, a toothy mouth centered on its torso. Then came the words, a set of clicks and gargled noises, certainly alien in style. The closest one could liken to it was the distinct tongue of the troglodytes who were to click like noises in their cave homes. While the great chief's safety was secured, an army of translators gathered, passing the messages around. One by one, the great chiefs came to hear the Blemmians' demands: food, water, riches, give for spears. Such were its understandable desires, the minutiae of its meaning lost in the endless translation. Shall the Blemmyan ruler deal with this creature? Kick out the monster, they're not welcome here. As good as it sounds, I don't think we do that one. 35% chance they're going to bother other people, but 65% chance they're going to respond violently, so no, we'll give you some gifts, my friend. Here is a gift to your belly mouth. Well, here we go. We can make them into subjects, which is pretty interesting indeed. Or we can give them a decent offer for less influence and money, but there's a chance that they will threaten us as well as neighboring powers, or we offer them nothing, and there's a chance that they attack us. So let's make them subjects. We've got the money right now. And here we go. We gain 3 clan subjects along the Nile. Well, it seems there's only 2, but it's not bad at all. Like, we've got these guys up here, which is land that we didn't have anyway. We did have this land, but we just gained them anyway. That's awesome. That's really good. Oh my god, and we got these guys all the way up here. That's insane. Like, I'm pretty sure the Ptolemies are going to be pretty upset with us right now, though. Well, now we know it was definitely worth it in this run, at least. The only annoying thing is that they are tribal vassals, so I don't even think they're going to really help out with anything. And if you are enjoying this video, guys, a like and subscribe really does help get these videos out to more people and shares the glory of Imperator Rome. And if you're stuck for something to watch after this, I'd recommend going back and watching the Bactria campaign from A to Z. It was really, really fun. And in the last couple of A to Z videos, guys, we've integrated a few cultures, which is something that I'm not a huge fan of. Obviously, early game, it's very good for getting troops and all that sort of thing. So in this video, I think we're going to go full hegemony. If I can speak, hegemony. Let's go for that. So we're going to found a colony in Kerman over there. And for our first tradition, guys, we're going to go for archers, discipline, and offense. It's not the greatest, but I want this found city cost modifier because we're going to have to build a couple of cities for our mission tree. And man, we are getting absolutely rinsed for events. There was an event to change this place to gemstones, I believe, and we need like a surplus of gemstones or something for a mission. So I did accept it. Minus 400 gold, mind you. So we are getting quite a few events that are just giving us negative gold. So hopefully we can get a little bit more stable soon. And I have sorted out our economy a little bit. I put taxes back down to low because we are actually making some research points now. It's not many, is it, guys? It's something. And while our stability is so low anyway, let's get absolute authority. We need that for a mission. mission. We've got 7 stability now, boys, but I think it's fine. We've got plenty of time to get it back up. No one's really that unhappy with us down here either, so yeah, things are fine. 7 stability. Who cares? Well, now we've got that law, I've also given free hands to basically everyone in office, so they're going to get a little bit corrupt, but that's okay. We can gain 30 centralization, 25 political influence, and some nobles as well. Very nice. Well, there goes Logistics Bureau as well, something we need for our missions. Well, that allows us to do the emerald trade over here. It colonizes a province, not sure which province. I'll have a look for it in a little bit. And we get a load of slaves and some really good bonuses to land over there. Very nice. And we can take a chance on producing more gemstones. I think we do that. Don't think that it did work though. It colonized all of this down here. Very nice. And maybe it did produce gemstones here. I'm not 100% certain though. But overall, a very nice mission. And this mission tree, a lot of it is about sitting down, min-maxing your economy and all that sort of thing. So obviously we're going to be going through all of that rather than fighting a huge amount of wars, because at the minute, influence is such an issue. We need influence to do like all of this stuff, and we just keep losing it in events. Well, here we go. Ptolemies the Ron. We can basically make it into a city for so much cheaper than we can actually do that right now. Of course we're going to take that. Of course. What's the other thing? They get food. Yeah, we make it into a city now. And that's actually the first city that we've not conquered, I believe. Very nice. Well, I've just got an alliance with Hadramut down here. They are going to protect our southern flank. And on top of that, we need it for a mission, of course, as well. Well, guys, new day, different shirt. And welcome back to Blemmyan, even though you were here 2 seconds ago. And as you can see behind me on Mr. Cherry's lap, we have a fan. So if you can hear a bit of a murmuring in the background, it will be that because it is still very warm in the UK right now. You could call them Mr. Fan. Well, that was terrible. But anyway, of course, I've been having a look around and going through the missions, and a lot of these missions, guys, are very much long-term missions, you know, building up the nation a lot, building cities pretty much everywhere, and at the minute, our influence is still so very low. So we are going to look to expand elsewhere as well. I believe we've got a claim on Kush, so I'm thinking we go for that, and we're still allied to the Ptolemies as of now. I'm also going to work on getting an alliance with Mayan over here, because honestly, I don't think this alliance with the Ptolemies is going to last for too long, especially seeing as the fact, yeah, they've got plenty of claims on us, so I don't think they're going to want to be friends for that much longer, but we'll see. Right then, guys, let's declare war on Kush over here. Our favorite nation in Imperator Rome, am I right? But we are going to bring in the Ptolemies, basically just to try and extend our alliance as long as possible. Every war that we declare, we're going to bring them in, just so it gives them less chance to dissolve the alliance. Well, there we go. Nice and easy, boys. Let's go. And the thing is, right now, I really want to be inspiring disloyalty and enticing governors over here, guys, but I don't think the Ptolemies will be too happy with that. So we're not going to do it unless they break the alliance with us. If they do that, then we will do it, but I am going to do it down here, though. Well, we've made friends with this governor over here. Let's inspire disloyalty, and can we entice him? Oh, we personally need 200 gold. Interesting. And there we go. The Ptolemies have broke their alliance with us. Never good. Let's see if we can get Mayan at least. I would like the Seleucids as well, but I don't know whether that's going to be a thing. Right then, let's entice the governor. It is 20 aggressive expansion for this, which is kind of insane, but we'll take it. We'll take it, boys. That is quite a little bit of extra population for us. Very nice indeed. Well, there we go. We've imported some extra precious metals to Alarqui over here, giving us some amazing bonuses to mine construction build time, mine building cost as well. That is very, very nice indeed. And that base resource production is genuinely insane for those regions. Very cool. And we can also go prospecting for more gold as well. I think we do it for IGAT as well. Let's see if that actually works. And it did work. Awesome, awesome. We are going to have so many precious metals in our lands. Look at that. That is amazing. Let's found a colony in Napatan as well. And if you're wondering why I'm building tribal settlements, guys, you might have guessed it. It's for a mission. And our next tradition, of course, we're going for found city cost modifier there, boys. I mean, it's still ridiculously expensive, but it's better than it was. And while we've got low stability anyway, guys, let's go for sedentary bureaucracy. We do need that for a mission. And we also need rights of man as well. And then when we have that, I think that's all the laws we need for missions, which is good. But of course, I very much would like encourage syncretism as well. So we will probably get that next. And you know what? We're going to get that right now. I know we've got like no stability, but we've got high AE AE, so we're not going to be fighting anyone soon. And while we're focusing internally, it doesn't really matter too much about the low stability. We do have disloyal provinces, but I think we can probably sort them out, and if not, that's fine. We'll beat the rebellion. Well, we can break our alliance with Hadramut over Mayan. I think we accept that. We'll go with Mayan rather than Hadramut. They're a lot bigger, aren't they? And if you're wondering why I'm not killing the barbarians, guys, it's because they deposit pops, and these guys are actually our main culture. So each time that they take a settlement, yeah, they reduce the stability. They're actually depositing Blemmian tribesmen in our lands, so why would we say no to that? And I'll prove it to you as well. We've got 4 tribesmen in here, Kemetic Blemmians. We've got Kemetic Blemmian slaves and Kemetic Kerman slaves. So let's watch what happens. And as you can see, we've now got 5 Kemetic Blemmians, so why would we say no to that free pops? Let's now found a colony in Megabarian as well down the south. And boys, we just got an event to give us 45 influence for 5,000 manpower. That's amazing. So we're going to finally found a city. Our first city that we're going to found. Like, we have plenty of cities in our lands, but yeah, we need to found so many cities in this mission tree. And the funny thing is, most of them are in like desert hills as well, which is one of the worst places that you can build a city in this game. So although this whole province is desert hills, so if you did want to found a city, you'd have to. But yeah, you'd normally found it in something better. And there we go. Aswan has declared independence from us, so this should be a pretty easy war. And another event where we traded stability for some influence, so that allows us now, hopefully, to build Doom. We just need 330 gold. And there we go, our first founded city, boys. Very nice. Well, there we go, founding a city in Doom. Well, a couple more missions to do, guys. We're slowly but surely ticking these off. We can do segmented rule. Basically, just needed to build a fortress and a court of law in all 3 of those cities over there. And honestly, I'm not too bothered about most of the bonuses, but the main bonus, the found city cost modifier and national tax, that is absolutely brilliant for us. Let's go. And that then allows us to do Red Lands Network over here, which is basically just investing in those provinces with state infrastructure and directed investments. That again gives amazing bonuses to these 3 provinces. So these 3 provinces are going to be all important for us going forward. They're going to be very rich. They've got a lot of precious metals. So yeah, these are going to be the heart of our empire. Let's go. Well, here we are, the red roads, guys, and basically we can produce myrrh in cannabis, but I think that's the best option. The other options are building road costs, but we can't build military roads yet. We don't have the tech for it. We can get 1 free innovation, probably not worth it for that cost, and then just 50 gold. So I definitely think it's the top one here. Let's go for that. And that has actually built a road all the way down the coast. Very nice. Unless that was there before and I just didn't notice it. I don't know. And those tribal settlements have now come in handy, guys. We can do the camel trade over here, giving us commerce income, roads cost, and civic provincial investment cost. So again, some amazing bonuses to our nation. We are going to be pretty rich quite soon, I think. Ooh, and the Ptolemies will take an alliance again. I think we do it, guys. I think we do it. Right then, boys, let's assemble the raiding parties, allowing us to do this mission here. That gives us an army, and I think this is the mission to declare war on these boys that were up here, but we already own this land. So yeah, we declare war on ourselves. So yeah, I think we just take the option with no negatives. Let's go, boys. And the army is just 8 light infantry, so it's not exactly the best, but it's all right. Well, boys, we're not quite ready for this war yet, but we are going to declare it because, as you can see, this fort is about to finish in here, and I really don't want to siege down a level 3 fort, so let's declare war, boys. We should be good, I think, in this, especially with the Ptolemies' help. And to be honest, we don't even need their help. It's just to prolong the alliance as long as possible, basically. And our AE is just crazy. We keep getting it from events and actions. We haven't really conquered anything for ages, but we've just got 30 AE still. It's kind of crazy, really. Damn, there is a lot of forts down here. Oh, and here comes the Ptolemaic Legion. I mean, we really don't need that, but okay, we'll take it. Right, let's peace out these little boys over here. Let's also peace Adulia and a free innovation, boys. Let's go. I also think while we're doing all right on stability, let's get rights of man because that is a law we need. And there we go. That instantly allows us to get troglodyte speed over here. Army movement speed plus 15% and claim fabrication speed. Very nice indeed. And we got a free invention from that as well. So let's get Proxenoi. We also need to get this Royal Blemmian signature for a mission. So we're going to get gradual economic integration and then 2 more techs there. And that's a wrap, boys. Full war score. Very nice. nice indeed. Let's see if we can take everything. Well, there we go. 34 aggressive expansion, but after this, we're probably not going to expand for a little while, so we might as well just take it. And the Rock of the Ages, awesome. Well, instantly, the Ptolemies want us in this war against the Seleucids, but we will do it just to keep them happy, pretty much. But minus 0.03 aggressive expansion is not good right now when we're on 61. And there goes a new ruler. What a Chad. 17 Marshal. Oh, my days. He is 68, though. So he will probably die soon, but what an absolute beast. Oh my god, for 5,000 manpower, we can get free 20 stability. Obviously 4 war exhaustion, but war exhaustion in this game, who cares about it? I barely even look at it, so it must be 20 stability. Let's go, boys. And that was from the Rock of the Ages event, by the way, if you're wondering. And the other option was to lose the Rock of the Ages, which, of course, we cannot lose the glorious rock. And you know what makes a load of sense, guys? Persis dropping off troops on our coast. Why? Why? That's just not good. We also had a disloyal clan chief, so basically all our guys have just gone willy-nilly all over the place, so I'm trying to regather them now. There goes the war with the Seleucids. The Ptolemies are going to be pretty damn strong by the end of this. We could really do with a strong rival to them, whether that's Carthage, whether that's the Seleucids, but I think the Seleucids are kind of done, although we have seen in the past that generally the Seleucids are quite resilient. They can lose quite a bit of land and still stay strong, but yeah, I think the Ptolemies are the big bad boys in this. And finally, gradual economic integration, guys. Not necessarily for most of our land, but we just need it for our capital, so we are building that for a mission. Who would have guessed? And now our Grand Theatre is done in the capital and moved a ton of slaves and tribesmen into there to get the population up to 45. About 20 of them, mind you. There's also 8 precious metals as a surplus now because I've cancelled the trade routes. So we're good to go with this mission. Slave output, noble happiness, and base resource production. Very nice indeed. And the reason why I wanted to rush that mission by moving the slaves is because this actually makes us an aristocratic monarchy. So we're no longer a tribe anymore, which is absolutely awesome. Well, there we go. Royal Blemmian signature, which is actually a pretty good tech overall. And there goes a new ruler, and this one is not as good. Well, there goes tech for centralized production, guys. So that means we can build a foundry now in the place that we need to. Tech-wise now, guys, we're going to go towards open religion here so we can build some great temples. I've also been building some grand theaters in these regions that are mainly kinetic over here, because we are going to get a lot of Blemmians from that, and we don't need to worry about the religion. We're also going to get an alliance with Makkah because we need to get an alliance with an Arabian religion person for our missions, of course. Well, I've just forced in a load of people into Tobot. I think it only had 8 people to start with. Now it's up to 30. So that we can do Tobot workshops over here. Again, really good bonuses to Tobot. Very nice. And on top of that, we can make Sinkat into a city with a foundry, marketplace, and tax office with 3 slaves as well, and some good bonuses. Why would we turn this down? This is amazing. Let's do that. So there it is already. 2 cities in this region in the Desert Hills. Very nice. And there goes our next tradition, giving us 3 innovations and commerce income. Awesome. And I think we're going to use those 3 to get open religion. Very nice, boys. And despite how hard it is to get rid of our aggressive expansion, I think we do go for a war. We'll bring in both of our boys just for a little bit of extra help if we need it. And let's get going. There's a lot of forts that we have to go through, including a level 3 fort in Meroe. We might as well clean up this region now. I mean, we've sieged down Ars before, guys, so now it's time to invade Bum. Well, there we go. I think that's everything. 40 AE. So again, we're going to have to be pretty chill for a while after this war, but that is a lot of land now, isn't it, boys? And for this mission, which gives us some really nice bonuses once again, and innovations, and money as well, we need to have 1 culture with slave rights. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to use this culture, Hadrahami, over here. Yep, I pronounced that very well. Ah, it's these boys over here. Also, there's Blemmyan. What's our culture? Blemmyan. Okay, that's interesting. So we've only got 1 of these boys who's a freeman in our land, so we're just going to make them slaves. Like, it's just 1 pop, so it doesn't really matter at all, and we get all of these juicy bonuses. Well, there goes Liturgies, boys, so let's now get over to the right-hand side. And damn, I wish our ruler would die pretty soon. He's got 100 corruption right now. The most corrupt ruler in the history of corrupt rulers, my friends. And his stats are just terrible. He's terrible. Please give me someone good. And now we can found an elephant training complex. Very cool indeed, boys. And that does actually make me wonder whether it's worth just integrating Axumite as well, because they do have war elephants. We don't have war elephants as a levy, so yeah, I think we do it. I know I said we wanted to go 1 culture culture, boys, but integrating Axumite isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, we want those war elephants, and when we do go to war with the Ptolemies, we will probably need them, so we might cancel this later and go back to Freeman, but I guess we'll see. And there we go, finally a better ruler, 11 Marshal this time, although he is 57, so he might have a few years in him, unlike some of the other people we've had. And there goes Axumite, guys, so now we do actually have war elephants. Very nice. Right then, guys, we're going to do our final bit of expansion here before we really lock in and start building up the nation. There we go, very nice indeed. Well then, guys, here we are very nicely in the corner over here. In fact, we're going to go on to terrain map mode, something that I don't use too often, but is an absolutely beautiful map mode. It just doesn't pop quite as much on a YouTube video. But a lot of you do ask when I try and play Tool that I explain it a little bit, and the problem with that is in a lot of videos is that it's the same thing over and over again, and how many times are you going to keep in the video if I just keep saying I'm going to build this building and that building in a city? I'm going to try and go through my thoughts right now on how I'm going to build up the nation, and then we're going to do it, and then you'll see the results in a little bit. First things first, let's have a look at our religion map mode. We can see the north is pretty much predominantly Kemetic. It's starting to spread down south, but it needs to spread a lot more in this region and in Axum as well. Culture-wise, Blemmian is, of course, very strong in the north, and now it is spreading slightly down the Nile, but maybe not as quick as we would like. But as you can see in these areas down here, we really have hardly any Blemmians. But now Axum is integrated, so we don't need to worry about cultural conversion in these two areas. So now let's have a look at our cities, and as you can see, we've got plenty of cities to go at. However, some areas still do not have a city, so we are going to be founding some cities. So first things first, what we're going to do is focus on the areas that are already our religion, because they're easier to assimilate into our culture. But as you can see, I've already been building grand theaters in these areas, so these areas are all good. Over here, though, we probably still want to build some grand theaters, focusing on Tabot first because it's got 30 population. Same with Ptolemies Theron. I'll probably still build one, even though we do have a lot of Blemmians in this province. And the same thing down here in these clusters of cities down south. And even though Axumite does dominate, there's still a significant amount of population in these places, as we can see, guys, that is not one of our integrated cultures. So it's probably still worth building those. However, we'll build them right at the end. So if we're going to build in these cities last, what we're going to do now that we've moved from the Kemetic lands, is have a look around all of these cities and start building great temples first in every single one, and then we'll begin to build grand theaters in them as well. Once that is done, we're then going to focus on founding cities in all of these regions down here that don't have them. And when we do that, we're predominantly going to focus on the terrain type, the population of the territory, and the trade goods, not building in food trade goods, for example, and building in something more valuable like elephants would be quite good. And then once all that is done, we're going to min-max our cities. And I'll give you an example down here. As you can see, Abarepi and Nagar down here are quite small, but have a decent amount of population in them, and they both have very valuable trade goods. So in Nagar over here, you can see we have spices, which is a valuable trade good. So already 3 mills are built there. That is what we're going to build in Abarepi, because we've got too many slaves in here. This is going to increase the amount of slaves we can have in here, and that's also going to reduce the slaves needed for surplus to get 2 gemstones out of this province. But on top of that, we have very unhappy nobles. So these nobles are not providing us with very much because they're not too happy. So instead of that, we want to go and build an academy as well. That'll keep them happy. And another example, we've got Ptolemies Theron over here, guys. And as you can see, we've got plenty of citizens and nobles, and they're pretty damn happy. But we've got tons of freemen in this city. So we are just going to try and basically just force loads of freemen in there with forums. So that's going to allow us to have way more tax from this region as well. And of course, on top of that, we've got foundries we can build in some regions with valuable trade goods. And we've also got these top level buildings too. But I'm going to focus on the bottom ones, because in the long term, the ones on the bottom down here, generally in the short term might be worse. But in the long term, their effects are going to snowball and make your city into a much, much better place. On top of that, because we are basically maxing on precious metals, we are going to build a few mines as well. But I'm kind of going to do that every now and then. In fact, I'm going to do it right now so I don't forget to do it later. That was kind of a very short and brief explanation of what I'm going to build, guys. I don't know whether that was helpful at all, but hopefully it was. And the problem with explaining all this stuff is that it's so unique based on the situation of the city. So it's quite hard to explain something coherently, because you might have a completely different situation where you need to build completely different buildings to me. But anyway, guys, let's get going and let's get building up this nation. Well, there also goes position of the minorities, guys. Very good for us. And there goes the Ptolemies fighting Carthage. Honestly, guys, I hope Carthage wins this. Carthage in this game actually looks alright. They're still doing okay. Tech-wise now, guys, we're going to come down towards religious assimilation here and cultural administration. And damn, Carthage did win. That's actually amazing for us. And there goes the Ptolemies against the Seleucids as well. So again, we hope the Seleucids win this. And there goes a brand new glorious ruler. God damn. Well, there goes cultural administration, boys. Very nice. We've now got that and religious assimilation. Awesome. So now let's go down towards temporary office, not just because of the civil war threshold there, but also because we get some nice economic bonuses in here, and we're doing a lot of building right now. And another ruler, guys, because our last ruler died on an elephant hunt. And damn, there goes our alliance with the Ptolemies. I have been topping up our relations with them for quite a while, but I guess finally they've realized that it's time that they should probably deal with us. And damn, another ruler again. Great. We do have some pretty advanced missions over here that basically want these two places to be metropolises. So this one wants Swenet to have treasure count equal to 3, which I believe we need to then change this to Isis over here. So let's just do that now. Lose the 15 stability just for now. And it's pretty good anyway, monthly stability change, so that's pretty good. And then the same thing here. We need to do Mandulis as a god, so let's just do that now so that we can start building our stability back up. So let's dedicate this holy site to Mandulis over here. Well, there goes temporary office as well, boys. Very nice. So now tech-wise, we are just going to focus wholly on military for a while. Basically just gearing up to fight the Ptolemies, boys. And there goes a new ruler as well. Well, Makkah wants us to come into this war against Mayan over here. And I think, you know what, we will do it. We will do it. But before we do, let's send an insult to them so that hopefully we don't lose that 10 stability. There we go. And we might as well have a look at how we've been doing with the building, boys. So basically it's been 30 years of just building up the nation. In terms of cities, we have founded a few. Haria, this one, and Talmes as well, because that one's for a mission. And when we started in 533, we had 536 Blemmian population. Let's have a look now. 943. So that is a huge increase. If we have a look at the culture map, you can see Blemmian and Axumite is sort of spreading down here. It's spread all the way down the Nile as well. If we press that, you can see there's still a lot of land that doesn't have it, but in the high population areas, we have quite a few Blemmians. Religion-wise as well, we had 1,100 Kemetic population, and now we've got 1,895. So we're doing pretty damn well with it. And of course, you've seen how much our economy has grown. We are now making a ton of money. And finally, we can do controlling Berenike over here. We're getting quite a bit of tyranny and aggressive expansion, but we get subjugating Berenike for 83 months, siege ability, siege engineers +2. That's insane. Monthly political influence. We do gain tyranny though, but that is a pretty nice mission, I've got to say. Well, we can declare war on the Ptolemies. I don't think we'll do that. We can make them into a league city subject, which again, I don't think we'll do that. 65% chance here that they will join our nation, so let's go for it. And it looks like they didn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think it's this province here. There's only 2 little things though. And god damn it, Makkah took peace before we could peace out ourselves. Bit of a shame. And you want to see something absolutely insane, guys? Our capital region is making 20 gold for us right now. 20 gold with a single city of 40 people. That's it. The rest of this is all just desert hills, no cities. So that is just crazy. And finally, this is the reason we've been building up so much, guys. Why we've spent so much time and money on it. The Blemmyan Kingdom. We needed 75 stability, 50 influence, domineering stance, which we've done, and the guy to be 90 popularity. And I've done a few things like holding games to try and get him popular. But now we're going to become an aristocratic monarchy, 4 innovations, 3 province investments. We gain some claims, and we change our name to the Blemmyan Kingdom. And we become light gold in color as well. Nice. The Blemmyan Great King, the great chief of the Blemmians, has become a great king of the realm. Below him lies the kings of the former clans, and below them the great chiefs of the many tribes. Such a system will propagate the power and influence of the Blemmyan traditions. Let's go. And that is certainly an interesting color. I'm not sure I would call that gold at all. Actually, with the desert color on the terrain map mode, it does look more like gold. We can also now do the raiding Thebes, which I believe will allow us to declare war on the Ptolemies. Let's, though, have a look at our armies. And yeah, we've got pretty big armies. So, oh, they are at war with the Seleucid Revolt. Interesting. Maybe we go for that right away. And there goes Quick March as well. And let's come down towards Cohorts too. And let's get Mayan as an ally as well. Get Desert Citadels so that if they do come onto our land, we've got so much attrition for them now. Mayan is the ally of the Ptolemies though right now, which is not good. And unfortunately, we really can't ally anyone else. What I think we'll do is we'll set up with some mercs and the rest of these boys as well. Well, I guess we didn't need to declare war then, because Mayan have declared war on us. Good job we were ready for this, right? Or Himyar has declared war on Mayan. That's a bit weird. That means that we can't actually declare war on the Ptolemies. I mean, we're still making loads of money. I think what we do is we just spread our troops out so they're not taking attrition and basically just hold up for a bit. And this is actually pretty useful. We can actually see all the Ptolemaic troops right now. And to be honest, they don't have an absolutely obscene amount of troops. Ideas-wise, guys, we're going to go for unintegrated culture group happiness, research points, which we might change later on. We're just a little bit under our cap right now. And, of course, discipline. And, I mean, we could actually take this mission now, and I believe that would make us declare war on the Ptolemies. But I don't know how that works with, like, us being in a war with them. Like, would it negate it? Let's just press it and see. Well, I guess it does mean that we declare war on them, so let's go for this option here. And apparently, no, we didn't actually declare war on them. That's a little bit annoying, but it has scoured these areas, so we can actually, like, colonize them now. And it's given us this free army too. And look at that guy, 17 marshal. What a chad. Okay, well, there goes peace, guys. And a lot of these Ptolemaic troops are black flagged. I am also building up our fortresses everywhere. We've built another one here as well, just to make it a bit harder for them. And yeah, I think we just go for it, boys. I think we have to. While all these troops are black flagged, it's going to take them ages to come back round. I'm also really not bothered about the south. If they do break through and manage to get into this land, it really doesn't bother me too much. I'm just focused on getting land up in the north. So let's go for Aswan because it's got a fort, and let's go for it. And damn, our glorious Chad Lord of a leader has gone now, and now we've got this 8-year-old with 1 marshal. Oh, I wouldn't want to be fighting battles against the Ptolemies at 8, I'm not gonna lie. Man, we were so reliant on the Ptolemies for our trade. We've gone down to 3 from 20. And basically down south, we're just going to defend our forts, I think, or anyone that wishes to land, basically. Whereas we are going to be making a big push in the north if we can. Oof, that is a big stack. They're still going to be scary, aren't they? God damn it, all of these little troops getting dropped off, man. Fuck them. Oh, and the Ptolemies just went like bankrupt or something. Their mercenaries have just reverted away from them. That's amazing. Nice. And there goes cohorts as well. We're pretty good on mill tech now, boys. And of course, I forgot, these idiots can just walk past forts. Like, they can just walk past the fort zone of control. That makes a lot of sense. Like, how are they able to walk through here? They should not be able to do that. These guys also have just walked past this fort. Like, why? Man, they've got loads of troops down here now, boys. Loads of little annoying units to fight. Well, everything in the north is going very, very well. So let's plonk on Alexandria and see if we can take it. And we are very much thoroughly knocking them back down here. It's just the amount of annoying little guys. But look at the attrition on these boys. They're just all dying to attrition. Nice. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This war is going so nicely indeed. And there goes the siege of Alexandria as well, boys. Awesome. Well, guys, let's get out of this war, and that is what we are going to take. An absolutely glorious amount of troops and pops. Let's see how many pops we have after this. 2,750, basically. Let's go. Oh, about 700 pops from this war. That is amazing. Look at this, boys. Very nice indeed. Right then, let's calm down for a little bit and bask in the glory of our nation. That allows us to do ruling the Middle Nile now as well, which gives our guy a conqueror trait, military experience, influence, money, and losing 30 aggressive expansion. That means we can declare war on the Ptolemies pretty quickly again. And the first thing we are going to do is build a fort over here. Even if they can just walk past it, it will still be annoying for them. Well, we've got full research points, so I'm now going to come off patronized scholars over here, and I think we're going to go for loyalty of governors. We're not having too much issues with loyalty, but that is really going to cement our stability in this region. Also, it'd be a really nice mission to have to integrate these guys. Yeah, we can't actually integrate them, so we might have to grant all of them independence and take them out one by one. Let's tutor our new king in military. I mean, he already is a conqueror as well, which is awesome. And unfortunately, because we've fought the Ptolemies so late, all of this land is Hellenic now. Bit of a shame when Memphis is Hellenic. We gained a navy from our traditions, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be that useful. And there goes our ruler. Looks like he's dribbling a little bit, but apart from that, he is an absolute Chad Lord. 11 martial, 8 finesse, very good. He's also disciplined, a conqueror, third born, and he's a bit deceitful, but who really cares? Well, there we go, boys. We've built a ton of stuff in Envoy over here, and that allows us to do the golden rule, which gives some really nice bonuses, makes it a metropolis as well, and this is all in a city with only 10 population right now. Oh, and there we are, guys. Again, we've been hosting games. I've arranged a gladiatorial debut between someone we imprisoned in the last war and someone that was the wrong religion. We own all the land that we need for this now as well. Let's get onto this map mode, and we become the Blemmyan Empire. We gain claims on pretty much everything: innovations, provincial investments, imperial cult, government form as well. Awesome. Let's go. Mandulis shines down upon Wahibrema the First Zosid the Egyptian on the glorious day of his coronation. With this final step, the Blemmians become the masters of the Nile, of the seat of Libya, and prove their power to conquer all in the view. A new era has begun. And he gains victorious as well. Very nice indeed. And we're back to being purple. Wow. And we need more ideas again. It also gives us like nice claims up here as well. And there's 2 more missions left, guys. The final island and worship of Mandulis. And in order to do this one, we pretty much just need to make Talmes into a metropolis, which we're not going to do anytime soon because it's only on 31. But in order to do this one, we need to make Suena into a metropolis, which it is big enough for right now. We just don't have the influence, but we also need to integrate a culture from the Axumite, Nubian, and Egyptian groups. So obviously we already have Axumite and Blemmian integrated. That's fine. Egyptian wise though, I think the best one we can do is probably Menphite for when we take this land. It isn't that big in our nation right now, but that's fine. And Nubian wise, I really don't want to integrate a Nubian pop, so we're just going to go for like the smallest one and hope that it doesn't make much difference. Obviously we're going to be losing quite a bit of stability for a while, but that's fine. Well then, boys, it's finally time to get into the Ptolemies again. They are fighting another war over here in the east that they're actually losing against these small boys. I have got the one idea that we could afford discipline in there. And once again in the south, we are just going to be defending with these units. In the north, though, we've got 70k troops ready to march on Memphis. So let's get going, boys. Let's go. And basically, we're just going to rush Alexandria and Pelusion, and they've actually got rid of one of the fort levels over here. Nice. Oh, and by the way, I did build some forts. I built a fort here and a level 2 fort there. And there goes Alexandria one more time. Nice. And Pelusion. Awesome. Funnily enough, this guy can actually do Anabasis. I have no idea why, but he's not in the royal family or anything. I don't know why he can do that, but that's quite interesting. And for the rest of our ideas, we've gone pop conversion speed, unintegrated culture group happiness, and provincial loyalty, boys. And once again, they can just walk through a level 3 fort, guys. I honestly, like, am I being stupid here or what? Like, I can't do that. So why can they do that? Like, what is the reason? They've not used the ships to come around. They are literally just walking from here to here. No problem whatsoever. Well, boys, in this war, we are actually somewhat getting pushed back. We actually have lost both the sieges that we did earlier, but I'm hoping we can just win this with resilience. I mean, this is a huge battle again. Yeah, look how many troops they have. For some reason, this war, they seem to just have a lot more troops, and it looks like a lot of it is mercenaries. So let's just like bribe a few of them. We've got loads of money. Well, we had a load of money. Jesus Christ, that cost a lot. Now, apparently, we've got 100 mercenary companies up here, but yeah, I kind of want them to die because we don't want to spend all this money on them. And apparently, as soon as we've done that, they no longer have any troops and they want peace. Okay, fair enough. I see you, Ptolemies. I see you. That's why they had so many troops. They just had tons of mercenary companies. I mean, two can play at that game, guys. There goes Alexandria again. Wow. Well, there we go, guys. A bit of a back and forth war, but a glorious victory nonetheless. We are just absolutely demolishing them now. As soon as we got rid of the mercenaries, it was just like free reign to do whatever we wanted. So I'm assuming the Ptolemies are just kind of done with troops now, and all they want is just mercenaries. So, very nice indeed, though. We are taking the Macedonian heartlands here as well, so that should again destroy their troop count. Let's go. And of course, we'll leave Alexandria untouched, as we will with Memphis. And of course, we'll leave Alexander's body in situ as well. Well, let's actually just take some of these treasures from other holy sites. So we're going to take this one because that's quite good. We'll take the crocodile as well, and this one too. And there, we've got 3 sarcophaguses in Isis now. Awesome. So let's do the final island. We get permanent bonuses to conversion, food modifier, and loads of other stuff as well, guys. Innovations, stuff to Swenet as well. Very nice indeed. An awesome little mission to do. And I'm guessing this will actually make Philae Island into our capital. It doesn't actually say that, I don't believe, though. So we're going to press it anyway. And yeah, it did actually make this into our capital. I mean, it's sad to leave behind the gloriously rich area over here, but this area has 102 pops right now. Very nice indeed. So for the final act, my friends, we've got to make Talmes into a metropolis. So that is pretty much the only thing we need to do, apart from doing a couple of governor policies and also having 3 treasures there as well. Well, while we're here as well, guys, let's grant independence to all these tiny little boys because they're very, very annoying and we want to just take their land. I will have to fabricate claims on them though, I think. Well then, guys, we're going to get rid of these guys all at once. Let's go. Let's also now get rid of Axumite as a culture group that's integrated, and Napatan as well. We definitely don't need those. Let's found a colony in Macedonia, and we are not letting the Greeks be integrated into our land. Well, that's those boys, these guys as well, and the final boys down south. Look at that. Very nice indeed. Well, I may have found a little glitch in the matrix over here, guys. The fact that Talmes cannot be made into a metropolis unless it's the province capital of Aswan, but Philae is already our new capital, so in order to make that into the capital, we have to make it into our true capital. Bit of a weird requirement there, honestly, but that's fine. We will do that when we can. We can actually get an alliance with Parthia here. Let's do that. And I'm pretty surprised we're not a great power yet. We're only about 77 territories away, actually. That's pretty good. Well, let's relocate our capital to Talmes over here. And now we've got to save up once again. And damn, our glorious leader, who's been an absolute beast, has died in an elephant hunt. I thought he would survive, seeing as he's got 9 martial, but oh well. And of course, we had a succession crisis. I should have checked the loyalty of the characters then before we click that button, but it doesn't matter too much. And here's Pasnus III, not the best in the world. And finally, guys, we can do Worship of Mandulis over here. And Blemmyan Empire gains the Mandulis effect. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Very nice indeed. Let's do it. And we can change its name to Kalabcha over here. Of course, we're going to do that. Let's finish these missions off, boys. The rise of the Redlands is done. And there we have it. There we have it. We have consolidated this empire. We are incredibly rich. We must be the richest nation on the planet by a long way right now. We've got high wages and low taxes, and we're still making 131. Of course, like if we went to normal, we're making 200 with only 5,000 pops. That is insane. But guys, I think there's only one thing that we can do to finish this glorious run. And it is, once again, to beat up the Ptolemies. Let's do it. And obviously, we've carried on building, guys, and now we have a glorious road network as well through our lands, all the way up the Nile. Very nice indeed. Damn, a 36k mercenary stack. I like that a lot. Well then, boys, let's get into it. We're going to focus on the east somewhat, and Parthia won't even come in. Well, there's no point in having them as allies, is there really? But yeah, I'm hoping they don't have any, like, huge amount of troops in the west here. I mean, this is all they've got left over here, although they go all the way into the desert over this way. So yeah, I'm very much hoping that they don't have too many troops left, but they are the Ptolemies, so they'll still have some decent troops. And we can get divine help from one of the gods. And all of these options are really, really good. We could go for morale. We could also say we don't need the gods to destroy the Ptolemaic kingdom. I mean, technically that is true, but I think we go for supply limit. We'll lose probably more troops to attrition from lack of a morale in this war. And of course, all the vassals are just going to drop troops off on the coast, aren't they? And let's make sure we keep on bribing their mercenaries. And this time it looks like the Ptolemies have got mercenary benefits, so we can't actually bribe them as much. Man, you do have to just give it to the Ptolemies, because this is still an incredibly tough war. I mean, we've just seen off 40,000 troops there. We've already killed 222,000 and lost 141,000 ourselves. So yeah, it's not an easy war. And yeah, they are just piling troops into this, piling them. Well, there goes pretty much the completion of Arabian traditions, boys. Obviously, we don't really need this great warships one. Man, these battles are brutal. Damn, they just have too many troops right now. So I think what we'll do is we'll renew our mercenary contracts and get some new ones. The main issue is we draw them in with a smaller unit, and then just out of nowhere, constant huge amounts of troops just come and jump on this. But this one actually looks like we might win this. But yeah, as you can see, now it's 47k. It was like 55k. Damn, mine's got down here because our guys that were defending the borders have come all the way north. Let's now study the Levantine ways of war, and that's going to allow us even more desert bonuses and camel bonuses. Man, Parthia, declare war on them, man. Declare war on them. Like, this is your prime opportunity to take all of this land here if you want it. Please, Parthia, please. Well, guys, after 463,000 casualties on their side and 321,000 on ours, I think we need to end this war. And all we can take is this. After all that, I think we'll call that a Pyrrhic victory. Definitely. We need some more techs. And ultimately, we just need more troops. We need either Parthia to come in, because, geez, look how much we are fighting right now. It is literally just us against all of this. And our troops were 100% better than theirs as well. That's the thing. So much better than theirs. They just had so many. They had overwhelming numbers, like so many troops. But oh well, we know what we need for the next war now, so let's get ready for that. There are a number of techs that could help us, guys. Unfortunately, they're all miles away. Like, we've got auxiliary recruitment here, which is +1 mercenary army. We've got mercenary reliance, which is probably the closest tech, but that is 2 mercenary armies, but -20% manpower, which again is something I don't really want to take. There's also satellite status here too. And obviously we have mercenary benefits, but that's just to stop them bribing our mercs. The other thing we could do is go off noble retinues and get a legion that is very good at fighting the Ptolemies, but I really don't want to lose that levy size multiplier. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but we weren't beaten by troop quality. We were just beaten by overwhelming numbers. So a legion might be nice, but then again, is it nice enough to lose a load of our levies? I don't know. I really don't know. Do you know what? Let's do it and go to Royal Guard. We're not going to take more than 1 legion. Unfortunately, it can only be 65 size again, so it's not even that great of a legion itself. And levies wise now, we are so low on levies. So their levies are mainly heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, and spearmen. So honestly, I think we do have some camels in this legion. We can pretty much make a legion with every single troop type. So I'm basically just going to go through these and find the best ones to counter their levies. Obviously, elephants are just great against everything, so we're going to have some elephants. Spearmen are good against the heavy cavalry, but we've got so many bonuses to camels that I think we just take camels rather than spearmen. And honestly, we could go with horse archers as well, because I genuinely don't think they have a counter to that. So this might be a pretty weird legion, but it's there to just kill Ptolemies. That's its whole purpose in life. So here is our new Ptolemy killing legion, my friends. 20 elephants, 20 horse archers, and 20 camel cavalry. Hopefully this works. We'll see. So for now, I think we're going to set them up like this, with elephants at the front there, basically because elephants destroy every type of infantry. So they will likely have heavy infantry in the middle. We'll smash through that. Then we've got horse archers in behind. That should provide extra damage. They only need to worry about light cav, camel cav, and war elephants, which I don't think they'll have. And then the camels on the flank, because likely they'll have their heavy cavalry on the flank or their light cavalry. So our camels should destroy them. So hopefully this works. We'll see, boys. And unfortunately, we just don't have anyone that's that good at martial. You know, our best people are 8, so that's not great. And the Ptolemies are now at war with the Antigonids, so it might be time to strike, and our boys would come in. Right, hopefully they don't declare any wars while we're getting ready. Oof, look at that Antigonid revolt. And you know what, guys? Even though we're not quite ready, I think we just need to declare war so that Parthia and Carthage will come in. And Carthage didn't. Great. It said +18 for them to come in, but no, they didn't come in. Oh, and by the way, a couple of extra things that I have done. I have built a level 3 fort there and a level 5 fort over here. So basically, if we need to retreat, we should be okay. Well, that is an unfortunate loss right at the start. Right then, Legion, lead the way into the enemies, my friends. And here we go. First battle. Let's have a look at these boys. And yeah, it seems to be working pretty damn well, I'm not gonna lie. Although, of course, we did have the help of the mercs then. And hopefully this will really distract all the auxiliary troops that were just sort of the icing on top of the cake in that last war. And apparently this time we can walk through the fort as well. So color me confused, like what's the point of a fort's zone of control if it doesn't actually control your movement? Or am I just being really dumb? That's quite a high probability, I'm not gonna lie. And this time, honestly, guys, it's relaxing. Like, we haven't seen hardly any troops at all. I guess they're all out here in the east fighting Parthia, which is pretty funny. Just goes to show you how important allies are. And we're already on 91 war score, guys. That's kind of crazy. And our legion's already got a load of good bonuses. Well, guys, there we go. This is what we can take. We can't really take much else. And that is some glorious borders, isn't it? Very nice indeed. And we become a great power. 6,300 pops now as well. Oh, isn't that glorious? Well, guys, I think that is where we're going to finish this A to Z. Very, very fitting end indeed. We're now touching tips with Carthage, and the Ptolemies are pretty much relegated to a footnote in the history books now. Very nice indeed. We now span all the way from pretty much the source of the Nile to the Nile Delta. And we must be the richest nation on the planet, guys. We're making 187 gold. Our income is 310. That is insane. 188 of which is commerce. We are a trading behemoth. In terms of culture, I know I said I wanted to do one culture at the start, but we did integrate Memphite, didn't we, in the end? But I think that was probably quite a good idea. We also have 3,000 Blemmyan pops out of 6,300 population. And if we have a look at the culture map mode, you can see Blemmian is the big boy now in these parts. We well and truly have spread it all across the Nile. And of course, one of our big goals was to make a Kemetic ruler the ruler in Egypt once again. And not only have we achieved that with our glorious emperor, we have also rid the stain of Hellenism from the Nile Delta now. Very nice indeed. And spread Kemetic all the way down the Nile. 80% of our population is in fact Kemetic right now. That's awesome to see. If we have a look on the Great Powers list, we are currently 3rd in population and also 3rd in territories, but honestly, I think we are by far the richest nation on the planet, and I think we could beat pretty much anyone if we put our mind to it. But overall, guys, a glorious A to Z episode. Actually really, really fun playing as Blemmyan, especially min-maxing your economy and getting all of that crazy trade from all the precious metals. I mean, look how much precious metals we have in our nation. That's just insane. And on top of that, we've got tons of gemstones as well. Really, really fun. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. Make sure you do like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And I will see you all again on the next video.